G'day humans, Chris Stead here. Got a quick unboxing for you. This has just come through the front door. It is the Motorola Edge 60 Fusion, their 2025 entry into the mid-range phone tier. I'm going to open this up, I'm going to see what's inside, and then I'll give you my initial impressions based not only on holding the phone in my hands, but also on the presentation that I just went through with Motorola. They told me all about this device and where they think it's going to stand out in the Australian market. Let's go. Well, let's get straight into it. I'll just open up this box and then we'll get into the specs because Motorola's touting quite a fair bit with this, the Edge 60 Fusion. I think there's quite a lot of pretty impressive features in this for the price point. Now here in Australia, this is going to cost us $699, which, you know, it's a reasonably attractive price when you're considering some of the phones are pushing up over $2,000, but it is $100 more expensive than what the 50 was, the Edge 50 Fusion when that came out last year. So $100 price bump year on year. Yeah, that's a bit more discomforting, but maybe it's got the specs to meet that price. We'll find out in a second. In terms of release date, May 22, 2025 is when this thing's going to be available. So that's when you can go pick it up if you like what you see. All right, well, let's jump in. So this is the Amazonite, I think they call it, color. This one here, I can see that kind of aqua blue. I'm going to see that in a second. The box did come with the other two, which is Zephyr and Samsonite, I think it was. No, Slipstream, Samsonite. I was way off. Slipstream. They're the two colors. So these are like basically, looks like you can, like backing plates. So they're not covers. You can just change the color to whatever you like. Anyway. All right, let's get in there. So we've got a couple of little tabs here, which are the seal. Go it through here. All right. I made a meal of that. Still haven't got it open. Always have the right tools for the job. All right. That is not the right tool for this job. There we go. You go away. All right. It's actually a nice box, isn't it? Let's have a look inside. All right, there we go. So open her up, and usually you can see the phone straight away, but not this time around. So I've got a bit of an information box here, and then it's a phone in there. So we'll build the anticipation. I'll look inside this one first. It's actually quite a heavy box. Must have a cable in it. What do we got here? Oh, right, so it does come with a case, does it? No, that's the back. Okay, so that's really interesting. So we've got the different colors as different plates that you can obviously just assemble. What do you reckon? What's your favorite? Slipstream's pretty nice. All right. We've got the USB-C to USB-C cable here. So one of the big things with this is it's got, they call it turbo power charging. So one of its touted features is the 5,200 milliamp hour battery in it, but you can get a day's worth of charge off 8 minutes of charging time with the 65 watt, 68 watt. When I read out the specs in a second, you'll be able to, I'll get the right information for you. Oh yeah, it's not too bad. Probably not quite a meter, probably about 70, 80. At the time I would have been really disappointed with that, but they're all so short nowadays. All right, what have we got here? Meet your Edge 60 Fusion. So we've got a bit of a little intro there to the product, and recycle responsibly. Put a bit of paperwork. Got the SIM remover, and then we have the phone, and that's it. So just the phone in the box there. Okay. Let's have a look. Like that. I'm not doing too well with my unwrapping techniques today, am I? It's because it's late at night. This arrived just before the end of the day. All right, there we go. Wow, it's thin. It's very thin and light. I remember, I believe it's 8.2 millimeters thick, or thin as they say. So it's quite thin. The camera doesn't protrude too much, so you can see the four different there. That's not four cameras. You've got your 50 megapixel kind of main camera. You've got a 13 megapixel ultra wide / macro lens here, which goes down a focal length of 2 millimeters, I believe. And you've got a 3-in-1 light sensor, which is going to do a lot about picking up the ambient light, and that's going to work wonders, hopefully, in particular with darker shots like night shots. So we're anticipating much better there. They're touting that as one of its big features, combined with Moto AI 2.0 for a better photography experience, what they're calling best in the segment. And then this fourth one up the top here is just your flash and your torch, I presume. All right, so that explains that very complex arrangement there. But yeah, pretty slim. It's got a little bit of texture to the back of it. You can feel it. Just a little bit of texture just definitely adds some sense of grip to it. Actually feels like it'd be hard to drop that. And obviously you've got this. That is a case actually. Whereas those are just backing things. So that must just go on like that somehow. If you want to change the color of it. I have to play around with that a bit more. Anyway, so initial impressions of the phone, like it's got 96.4%, I think they said, screen to body ratio. You're definitely seeing a lot of screen. I can barely see anything past the bezel. Almost bezel-less, actually. It's got a little concave on the edge of the screen there, so it's just kind of concaving a little bit that way. I believe it's got edge lighting on it, so it kind of has an effect where you can kind of, the light makes out the edges. But yeah, it's definitely got a concave feel to it. It's so light. 180 grams, I think they said it was. Yeah, it doesn't feel premium. Definitely doesn't feel like a premium. Hasn't got that kind of weighty, chunky, premium finish to the touch. But that's okay, it's not a premium phone, it's $699. And yeah, just a lot of screen. So yeah, initial impressions are, it looks like it's going to be about function, and I kind of like that. So, you know, it's really nice having a massive $2,000 phone with all the bits and pieces, but realistically, especially as a parent with kids who are demanding phones, they're not getting anything that expensive. So looking for a really good kind of mid-range phone is where I'm at, especially as the kids get a bit older. And this I hope is going to be it. So I'm definitely going to obviously do a deeper review. So keep your eye on the channel for that. But as I mentioned, I just want to go through the specs. So it's been powered by a 4-core 2.5 gigahertz MediaTek Dimensity 7300 chip. So that's interesting because they've moved away from the Qualcomm Snapdragon chip that they were using in the 50 or Edge 50 Fusion. So very interesting there. 12 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage. It was 68 watt turbo power charging. I think I said 65 watt before, so 68 watt. So obviously you're going to need the wall unit for that. But it can do it, and it'll give you up to, like I said, a full day of battery in just 8 minutes, which would definitely be handy. Now the display is a big part of the experience here. It's got Corning Gorilla Glass 7i, which I'm told you can drop from twice the height as the previous tech, if you dare. But it's got military grade durability, this phone, and IP69 rated, so that is kind of some of the best you'll come across. Now it is a 6.7 inch Super HD 1.5K display, offering 120 Hertz refresh rate and 446 pixels per inch, so that's all good. Now interestingly, they did tout as a feature a 300 Hertz touch rate. I don't think I've ever been asked about a touch rate before in a phone presentation, but there you go. Now, they are calling it the brightest phone in the segment at 4,500 nits of peak brightness, and that's definitely up there. Color-wise, also very deep. It's got Pantone validation for true colors, so we're talking 100% DCI-P3 here, and 10-bit color, along with HDR10 Plus and Vision Booster. They've got a whole bunch of eye health features as well, like blue light, low motion blur, DC dimming, and flicker protection. Now, it's got Smart Water Touch 3.0 to go with that kind of durability stuff, which basically means when it's wet, you should still be able to use your finger on a touch screen. I don't know why you'd test that, but anyway, if you'd like to scuba dive, I guess. As I mentioned, 96.3% screen to body ratio, and that edge lighting effect. Now, it does have large stereo speakers capable of 86 decibels worth of volume, and support for Dolby Atmos, Dolby head tracking, high-res audio, and spatial sound. It's Wi-Fi 6, but it's also Bluetooth 5.4, so that's a step up. I think it was 5.2 in the Edge 50 Fusion, and that 5.4 is going to help you get that high-res audio if that's your thing. And we're promised 3 years of OS upgrades as well. Now, with the camera, again, they're claiming it's a segment's best. It's a Sony sensor. It's that 50 megapixel main camera, that 13 megapixel ultra-wide, 120 degree field of view secondary camera. It's also got macro features to a 2mm focal length. That 3-in-1 light sensor. Now the front camera, the selfie camera, that's 32 megapixels, so definitely up there. And all the cameras are 4K video capable, although they didn't say in the press event, or I didn't catch it anyway, whether that's at 60 frames or not. Now, Moto AI 2.0 is a big part of the story here, with a stack of tools in place for better workflow, more heavy lifting of daily chores, and of course, editing and media. So there was 3 pillars that they were talking about with their AI, and that's capture, create, and assist. Some of the cool things that they mentioned was Catch Me Up, which is an AI feature that does a summary of the important notifications that have come through since you last looked at your phone, as well as Pay Attention, which kind of records and transcribes and summarizes whatever's going on. Remember This, which auto tags images, basically analyzes what you're taking a photo of and then finds an auto tag for it for later discovery. And Recall, which is a personal assistant that remembers everything you've done and can just recall it. Plus, they've got text to image built into the phone as well. Righto, so there we go, gang. That is the Motorola Edge 60 Fusion unboxing experience, my first impressions holding it in my hand for the first time. Now I've got to dive in and spend some quality time with it, get back to you on some final thoughts, so keep you on the channel for that. I'm Chris Stead, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I'll check you later.